everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with week 9 for Project Life Process, and I'm showing you some of the stuff that I might be using. And again, what I do is I sit down, I decide on a color, and this time I decided on green. So then I went through my Project Life cards and grabbed a whole bunch of green cards, and then I have this container where I keep a lot of labels and stickers and embellishments. And I went through that and took everything that was green from that. And then what I do is I have an EK Success powder tool, and I may show it in this video or not. But I sit down on my bed and I just take the stickiness away from the stickers, and then I put everything on top of the page. What I do at the end of the layout is whatever is left over, I put it all in a little baggie and I put it back in the container so that next time if I work on a page that has green, all those green embellishments will be together, and the last one was blue and the one before that was yellow. So I have little baggies for all the different colors. So week 9 was February 22nd to February 28th, and I took that card with the big geotag, and I'm going to stamp the date on that. But first, what I'm doing is I'm just going through the pictures that I printed for that week, and I'm just kind of figuring out exactly where I want them on the layout. And what I decide to do for my Project Life, if you're new to my channel, is I'm not going to be bound to making 52 weeks at 2 pages a week, because some weeks I take more pictures than others, and then some months I take more pictures than others. So in January, I only had enough for a 2-page spread. February, I had enough for 5 pages. Week 6, I had more pictures, so I did a double page. And then week 7, 8, and 9, I only have a page each. And the kind of stuff I want to document is stuff like the types of shows that I watch, if I get something special in the mail, my son's hockey games, and then just things like that, just day-to-day stuff. So I don't feel like I need big pictures like 4x6 pictures or 3x4 pictures for that. I just want a little snippet of our life. And I find that having little pictures is going to fulfill that. And then, because I still want to do my 12x12 traditional scrapbook pages, and this is just sort of a little extra. So I have these rub-ons that looks like sequins from Heidi Swap, and so I pulled out the black ones because this time the 2 colors, I guess, that I want to focus on this week was green, and then with a blast of black. And I really like that. It really makes it pop off the page. And another thing that I took out too for this week is some washi tape, and I'm going to be using that. I have these black thickers that I'm just going to put WK9. And instead of putting WEEK, I just put WK because I don't want to use all my E's for, Project Life spreads. And the W's and the K's are kind of letters that you don't use a lot anyway. So it's perfect if I use them, from all my thickers. If I just use a W and the K, then I'm getting extra usage from my thickers. So on the first card, I just put a little label that says happy, and then I'm going to add a little piece of washi tape and an asterisk. The second card, the 4x6 card, what those pictures are is 2 shows that I really watched a lot in February, and it was the originals. I kind of caught up. I was quite a few episodes behind, so I caught up. And then Bones. I'm power watching Bones, and like I said, most of the time that I watch Bones is on the treadmill. Now, like tonight, I did an hour and 10 minutes on the treadmill. I didn't quite finish the second episode, so when I go to bed, I'm going to make sure to finish that second episode because I can't wait till tomorrow. I got to know it now. And on that second card also, I just put, labels and washi tape and some enamel dots, and then I use some of those rub-ons. And then one of the cards just said from where I stand. I'm not going to do anything to that. I just going to leave that. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of journaling because the picture next to that is actually Jennifer O'Connell sent me. I mentioned one time that I want to order from Joanne the Teresa Collins, the Studio Gold in the teal, and they wouldn't send them to Canada. So she sent me a little message, and she said that she had gone and she had bought me a package a package of those letters. So she sent them to me with the sweetest little card. You can see there, it's seahorse, and she did a beautiful job painting it. So I took a picture of it and I put it in my project life. So that was so super sweet of her. So Jennifer, if you're watching, thank you so much. I'm kind of hoarding them. I don't want to use them because I love them so much, but I'll have to get over it and just use them. I mean, there's 9 pages in it, so I shouldn't be hoarding it, but I just love them so much. I want them to last forever. So on that little picture, I just put a label and an enamel dot. Eventually I'll put an enamel dot. The picture next to that was my son had a hockey tournament that week, and it was late hockey. The hockey games were at 9:30 at night, and it was 40 minutes away. So we had to be there for 8:30. So 9:30 to 10:30, 15 minutes for them to get off the ice and get changed. We never got home till 11 o'clock, like 11:30 at night. And then he had school the next day. It was crazy, but it was still fun. Now the card after that, I talked about how my daughter for Valentine's Day, she wanted to make a mixed media canvas. Well, this week here, she came over and her and my son both did one. So I just kind of took a little snapshot of one of the canvases, and I'm going to put craft day with some stickers, and I just put a date to remember, and then I put a little round circle tab, and it's just a little camera that says gotcha, because they always bug me about my crafting and stuff. But I can tell you, every time that they had some kind of school report or school project that they needed to do, and they'd say, Mom, do you have this so I can do that? I had it in my stash, and they got to complete whatever they were doing. So it's having a craft room full of stuff is good for their grades. They always manage to find whatever they needed to get it done. And anyway, back to the layout. The next card, it just says press pause, and next to that I have a book that I want to read, and it is the producer of the show Bones also writes books, and I did a whole layout on that. Anyway, I bought one of her books and I want to read it, and I just put press pause because I need to take time to read. I still haven't done it, but I need to take time to read. And this is the book that I want to read. I think I read like 8 pages, so I'm going to have to read it again because it's been too long since I've read the 8 pages. I don't remember what was in it, but so on that, I put a little circle tab, a little heart, and then one of the stickers said chapter 3. So I thought that was perfect for, a little card about reading. And then above it, I'm going to use some October afternoon stickers. I'm going to put read me. And then I use some of those rub-ons from Heidi Swap. And the last card is we had so much snow in February, and I talked about that before. We had 160 centimeters, which is about 5 feet 2 inches. Craziness. So this was the day after a snowstorm, and we were going to town, and the plow was in front of us. And I mean, look at the mountain of snow. It's almost touching the telephone wires. That's not power lines, it's phone wires. Insane. And thankfully, today we're April 22nd, I believe, and I can't believe how fast it all melted. And we had almost no flooding. So thankfully, because I mean, when you get that much snow, it's so dangerous for flooding. So on this page, I used a flare from my stash that says this day, a little circle tag that says right now, a little camera, and one of the cards that was from an October afternoon bits I guess, and it says here we go again, because yes, that's what we kept saying, oh my gosh, here we go again with the snow. We are so very happy spring is here because we can't deal with the snow anymore. I was teasing my son today because they were sent home from school early. Again, they missed so much school this year, and it was for a water main break. I said, okay, so now there's no snow. So now there's a water main break? Really? It wasn't at their school, but they had to shut down the water main break, that the water main that affected their school, so they wouldn't have had water in their school. So they were sent home by 1 o'clock. So again, he got sent home early from school. So that's going to complete, week 9. So I kind of slowed down the video, and I'm going to bring each card up so that you can see the completed card. And I'm having so much fun with my project life. And this week, the week of April 21st, I'm going to start working on my March layouts. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.